My generation is the main target of a terrifying new wave of mass production. We are the battery chickens of the grade factory of GCSEs. We are the guinea pigs of technology.
My school experiences weren't the best because I used to argue with teachers, I didn't get along, the pupils weren't that nice. But I came here and all of us are the same, we all look out for each other because we're all alike. We just work together and we get along with it.
Mainstream education, well, that was hell, to put it bluntly. I was bullied for years. The actual education itself was mediocre. They didn't adapt to my disabilities and my way of learning, so I find it really hard to learn. But from homeschooling, I got my mother, who knows me best at the end of the day. She knows what I need to do to learn, what resources I need. And I think that's why, for me, homeschooling is easier and better than mainstream for me, personally.
My specific subjects I'm studying are maths, English, science, media and Welsh. And I'm also doing a vocational course which is a level 1 Agorad unit in hospitality and catering.
As I get older, I do my own work through textbooks. I have 3 GCSEs at the moment in Latin, biology and geology. When I was younger, I wanted to be an archaeologist before I realised that that would mean crawling about in the mud, in the rain, searching for dead people. So no longer do I want to be an archaeologist.
I got in a lot of trouble by fighting. I just kept getting distracted by other people.
Well, I'm home tutored, so that basically means that I get my learning and tutoring at home through either tutors or my parents.
I don't think I'm good at any main subjects. I think I'm just good at drawing and singing. Yes, I love being creative. My favourite part of school is knowing when I wake up, I'll go to school, see my best friends, have fun and just enjoy school, I guess.
I think I know definitely that if I didn't have the bonds with the teachers that I've made, and if I didn't have the people around me that were also focused on learning and in such a positive manner, I think I definitely not have learned half the stuff I have in the past few years.
Well, my personal experiences from school was I had to move school from the first one, which was actually pretty good, but the second one I moved into, they didn't deal with bullying as well as they could have. I was bullied for 4 years, and it made things a lot harder to absorb the information.
Well, my educational experience is that I went to secondary school and then went to sixth form in September, but that didn't work out, so I left before the term, well, when the term finished, and then applied for college in September, and I'm currently doing an apprenticeship, well, a traineeship in between now and then. My traineeship currently is volunteering in the office with Mess Up the Mess.
I think school teaches me how to be confident, independent and happy.
I got excluded. It was missing lessons.
I got kicked out of 3 different schools and then I ended up here, and here's the only one that's worked with me.
When I'm coming to school, I'm normally excited and never sad or worried, because normally I'm always comfortable sitting around with my friends and teachers. There is more to school than getting good grades. Like, it's good to, when you're learning, it's good to at least be happy.
I don't think school prepares you for later life because they add more pressure onto you and they don't really tell you how to deal with it. They just kind of expect you to know.
I don't feel that my school teaches me to be happy because they don't really tell you how. They don't tell you how to manage your stress. They just give you the work and then don't tell you what to do with it except complete it in all manners possible, just quickly. Stress does have a negative effect on especially young students then, because we don't know how to cope with it.
It's probably qualifications, so I can get into college and do beauty and therapy.
To get good qualifications and to provide for my family and to get a good job.
The most important part is probably learning new things every day,
getting good levels and passing your exams and getting good jobs.
Getting a qualifications to go to college and get a job. I want to be a midwife or a doctor.
Well, I think getting good levels and learning about stuff which could help me further in life matters the most to me.
Getting a proper education, lots of qualifications early on.
I think the most important things are getting a good level and learning new things every day, and that is the main part of school.
The thing that matters most to me is like getting good grades and good levels, because when I get to high school, I don't want like people to start talking about me before I get there. I need to concentrate on my skills and my work and like what I could achieve in the future.
I think learning key skills in education is very important because we have to use them in everyday life, and education gives us the basis to learn these skills. I think life skills are things like taxes, managing taxes, mortgages, loans, anything to do with money really.
The things that matter the most to me is like my education, and like I really want to get good levels and I want to learn new skills every day, and if I get a good level I can pass my exams and I want to reach my goal, and my goal is to become a doctor when I'm older.
What matters most to me is getting all my work done and done well. I think outside school I learn how to talk to other people you don't know in confident ways, and respect and manners.
Well, of course, what matters most to me is getting my GCSEs.
And the teachers are nice as well because they help you one-on-one, they sit down and they'll show you what to do instead of just giving it to you and walking away. So it's easier here than mainstream.
I think education is really important, and what matters most to me is that you have a good bond with your teachers so that when you have times of need, they can help you through.
I think the best learning happens outside the classroom because it's a relaxed environment and you can have a better time.
I think freedom is important in education because not everyone wants to follow only the curriculum.
I think the freedom to learn what you want to learn, and so you're not limited by what the schools are giving you. So, for instance, in schools you've got the basics of maths, English and stuff like that, but I want to learn more than that. I want to expand my knowledge. I think that's what matters to me the most.
An essential part of education is people learning something which they enjoy and something which they can carry on doing. For instance, if I was to go into the world of work with a job I found unfulfilling, I consider my life to be a failure.
I personally think an important part of learning anything would be to have the freedom to learn what you're interested in and to be able to learn that in kind of a space of time that suits you.
What matters most to me when it comes to education is that I get a good experience out of it with learning as much as I can, but without a stressful load of work to do by a certain day.
I think what matters most to me when it comes to my education is that I'm happy and I'm emotionally stable.
What matters most to me is the mental health and well-being, because if we do not manage to have the peak of mental health and well-being, we do not absorb information as well as if we therefore had. The stress of exams sometimes overcomes the opportunities.
It matters that you can have a peaceful environment around the school, wherever you are, so you can concentrate on whatever you're doing. Even if it's like a project, a subject, or whatever you're doing, it's a lot more easier, so you can get the thing done, get the job done.
Because I don't really go to my village much, I just stay at home. School is where most of my friends are. The most important part of my education is to be creative and to hang out with my friends and use my imagination. I think it's also important to make friends and stuff here, because if it wasn't meant to build friendships and stuff, we could have just stayed home and got homeschooled. So
if you have no friends and then you come to school, you'll really be lonely and you might get bullied.
I think what matters most to me is equality in education. And that doesn't just mean that everybody gets access to education and to a good level of education, which is also part of it. I'm also talking about people who get degrees in different subjects being treated equally. For example, somebody who has a degree in art should be treated with the same amount of respect as somebody with a degree in mathematics.
But the great casualty of this system are the humanities. They are beaten down when they ought to be as highly prized as science and maths. The dichotomy does not make sense. Try and watch science run forwards without ethics. Try and communicate logic without language. Without the ability to express yourself, your ideas will never set you free.
I think the most important thing in education is learning about yourself and how you can make the most out of your life and what you want to do.
I think education is a massive part of everybody's lives. I think it sort of feeds in so many things that you need to move forward, whether that's into further education or into a workplace, or just meeting people from a day-to-day basis. I know that there are skills I've learned that have helped me develop sort of friendships or bonds or create the confidence to do things I never would have dreamed of doing years ago before I met the sort of teachers that helped me through hard times or hard subjects, or the friends that I've met and really helped me develop as a person.
I want to be inspired.
Everything, obviously.
I'd love to see them sort of coming into schools and really getting involved with pupils on a widespread basis to sort of maybe include people and help people work in groups that maybe they wouldn't normally, with people they wouldn't normally, and teachers they wouldn't normally, and immerse themselves in a completely new situation to learn new skills with new people.
So I believe that National Theatre Wales could definitely help with issues and raising awareness like bullying, also helping with learning how to do interviews and things that may occur later on in life.
National Theatre Wales fill in the gaps that we don't get from school.
I think the theatre could fill the gaps with different techniques, because everyone's different, so everyone needs a different way of being taught and just dealing with things.
I think the National Theatre Wales should put on more workshops for young people in education to help us learn these life skills and to put them into practice in like role-playing sessions, I guess.
I'd like National Theatre Wales to maybe change the syllabus of the lessons to make it a bit more creative and not to be the same every year.
The education system does little to preserve our individuality and humanity.
I really like creative writing, so it would be nice if there was some workshops coming to school to help with that, and not just one big workshop but little ones over a long period of time, so it's something to look forward to.
I would like to see more opportunities based off of on-stage productions and backstage interviews to learn more about what happens through the crew and the people that help set up the productions.
I'd really like to see maybe some taster sessions and maybe backstage stuff, like what happens backstage behind the scenes. I think that would be really fun to see.
I think it would be nice if there was some kind of course you could go into to learn about taking light, sound, costume, and costume design, that kind of thing. I think that would be very interesting.
They could help me because I want to do hair beauty and therapy, so makeup, doing the makeup for plays or shows.
I think the backstage makeup would be really good because I think that's interesting and it's different to what we do in school.
I think they could help us by funding projects for us and letting us come and help you film and showing us how proper cameras work and how to do lighting and stuff like that. I'd like to direct my own play as well.
Yeah, I like to do a bit of acting, a bit of filming. Probably wouldn't mind doing a bit of directing.
Well, maybe come over and do some workshops of how to be a successful actor or actress, maybe, because some people might want to be an actor or actress in this school.
I think it would be amazing to write and perform in my own play.
I would like National Theatre Wales to make workshops, like to teach us how to act.
I want to act and help boost my confidence.
I think National Theatre Wales can teach me how to be confident in outside places.
It'd be good if they can come to ACT and put a show on for us here. I'd love to get involved with the show somehow.
I would like National Theatre Wales to come here and create a show in school.
I think the whole school getting involved in the performance would be really good because we get to see people that we don't usually speak to and get to bond more as a school.
As a young creative person living in Wales, I think they should just continue giving more experiences and carrying on as they're doing. I was involved in the Big Democracy project and thoroughly enjoyed. I explained about my experience in education and what it feels like to be on the edge of just giving up and not carrying on and feeling that there's no way out of school and that you're trapped. I feel like it has helped me understand who I am when I'm doing performance arts because I only gain confidence in myself, but I also make new friends and gain new experiences and just feel more confidence and that I can do things apart from the performance art sides and take it into the working life.
I think National Theatre Wales should keep exploring new possibilities beyond the theatre, and I think they should introduce a lot more online content so you can watch it anywhere, anytime you want. I think it'd be really good to have interactive projects that everyone can get involved in.
I like to see them to be a bit more local around the area. Obviously it's based around Cardiff, and if they can be a bit more open and have a lot more different opportunities around like Colwyn Bay or Llandudno, everywhere, that'd be a lot more better.
For me, National Theatre Wales could do well by investing more resources at a rural level. For example, I live in a rural area with little or no connection to big cities such as Swansea or Cardiff. This means that I feel like it's hard for me to attain the opportunities of someone living in one of those cities. National Theatre Wales could offer things such as script writing classes. They could also try offering more resources online, as this helps someone like me.
I would like them to help me do a digital portfolio so I could show people my work and so it could help me get a job in the future.
If digital platforms and projects were provided, I definitely would like to do some of those.
As I saw on the website, there's many things that National Theatre Wales can offer places and communities, and there's always things that I quite like, which is acting workshops and creative writing and maybe script writing or something like that could be something I was interested in. If there was some kind of digital resource that could be accessed to maybe perform some script writing or some creative writing, I would find that very interesting.
I'd like the chance to do digital stuff like videos, websites, blogs.
What I would like to see National Theatre Wales do for me is create more performing experiences, things or workshops for young people. If it was online, it would kind of spread the message or something, spread what we as young people can do, that we're not just there to sit in school and learn, we can do other things and people shouldn't discourage us from doing things like that.
To offer more opportunities for nerd games so more people can get involved. People who can't access certain groups would be able to access these groups, thus making the whole thing just better in general. So that would be spectacular.
All the world's a stage, and the stage brings all of the different strands together, closes the divides between the streams we are exposed to, speaks the unspeakable. The education system won't allow us creativity and dialogue. But I believe that National Theatre Wales can.
I would like National Theatre Wales to do all sorts of things for me.
So trust us. Let us speak. Let us write. Let us design sets. Let us dance. Let us sing. Let us act. National Theatre Wales, You can give voice to this generation.